National Weather Service in Norman has issued a tornado warning. At 7:36 p.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Olustee, moving east at 25 miles an hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now.
On May 23rd, we checked out of our hotel in Lawton with the hope of tracking down a few beautiful supercells and maybe even a tornado. The setup didn't seem out of the ordinary, but it would end up being one of the best storm chases of my life. Our day usually starts in front of our computer, analyzing weather data to predict where storms are most likely to form. Based on this information, we determine our target area. It's a careful balance of science and instinct, honed over years of experience. The Storm Prediction Center had issued an enhanced risk for the northern plains and a slight risk for the area we were targeting to the south. Despite the large outlook, our eyes were glued to the area from eastern Texas Panhandle into western Oklahoma. Hours can be spent under the vast Oklahoma sky, watching and waiting for the storms to fire. It's a test of patience, but the anticipation only heightens the excitement. Slowly, all the ingredients were falling into place. A dry line boundary separating the moist air from the Gulf of Mexico and the dry air from the southwest was set up across the area and became a trigger for thunderstorm development. Eventually, a few thunderstorms began to fire to our south, so we decided to get a closer look. As we drove towards the northern of the two storms, the skies darkened, and the familiar signs of a developing supercell became evident. We stopped for a few minutes to capture the storm's evolution. The northern storm was pretty, but lacked the necessary rotation to produce a tornado. We monitored the radar closely, noticing that the southern storm had intensified rapidly and was showing stronger rotation signatures. The decision was clear: we had to head south. We encountered some decent-sized hail on the way to the southern storm. Mike was driving, focused on the road ahead, while I was monitoring radar.
Nice sized stone.
We eventually pulled over for a few minutes to let the hail core pass. As we got closer, rotation became even more visible. We both knew that with a little more time, the storm would likely go on to produce a tornado. After some navigating to a better position, we got a view of the tornado for the first time. We drove a little bit closer to the tornado and found a safe location to pull over. Then it happened. We finally had the view we were waiting all day for. A massive, swirling column of wind and debris moving southeast with incredible force. We continued to document the tornado as it became closer and closer to the road we were on. We also were paying attention to how quickly it was growing in size, assuming that this would turn into a much bigger tornado. Then it was time to go. We ran back to the car and continued heading south. The tornado wasn't moving too fast, but still in the southeast direction, at least for now.
Yeah, keep going.
How we doing?
Keep going, don't stop.
Close?
Yeah,
Is it going back behind us?
no,
It's coming right at us though?
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Just keep going.
Sure.
Just as we were putting some distance between us and the tornado, something unexpected happened. Instead of continuing southeast, the tornado began moving due east and eventually northeast away from us. This allowed us to make a U-turn and safely get closer once again.
It's like right.
You could see on velocity how quickly the direction changed.
Gotta have a sick view on this back.
Oh yeah, it's crossing the road right now.
Yeah.
As we closed in, the tornado's power became even more apparent. The sky was dark with debris swirling around, a testament to the tornado's destructive force. Wow, look how big that is. Dude. Seeing the tornado so close was incredible. Michael and I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and shock at the storm. We continued to photograph the tornado, knowing we were capturing something truly amazing.
Dude, it's not even moving.
With the tornado seeming to lift, we returned to the truck. Just as we were about to drive further east, the storm surprised us once more.
Thing's not over yet.
Where do I go?
Another funnel began to descend from the clouds in the same spot where the previous tornado had vanished. The new tornado was even more memorizing, and it seemed almost stationary,
Back out.
holding its position as if it was posing just for us. After a while, the tornado began to weaken and eventually dissipate for good. The adrenaline rush subsided, and we headed to our hotel for the evening. We talked about the thrill of the chase, the countless hours of preparation and waiting that made moments like these so rewarding.